Okay, it's the end of class and you need to clean up your tools. Anything that you used, you're going to have to clean. If your box is a mess and clay tools, you'll want to clean out your box too. Okay, so this is dirty. What do? I'm going to toss it in a bucket of water. My rib, I use that. Toss it in there. My sponge is already in there. I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to wipe down all my tools. Up close and personal. It's really hard to clean one-handed with the other hand on my camera. I think I'd be smart and use one of the tripods, but no. Okay, so once you have all the clay off of your tools, you want to lay it out on a paper towel or on a towel. If you're at home, my virtual learners, you're going to want to keep your tools clean. If you clean your tools in the bucket, you're going to keep our sinks from clogging up. Your mom and dad will not like you very much if you clog up their sinks at home. So just use your sponge, clean everything off, have no more clay left on your tools, and then let them dry. And then what you're going to do with your water in your bucket, if you are really messy, we're going to pretend this is clean. If you're really messy and have a lot of clay down there, squeeze out your sponge too and let that dry as well. Oh, I have a rib in here somewhere. Remember throwing it in. Haha! Here it is. Make sure you get all your tools out for one. All right? I'm going to take my clay and just kind of plop it in the bucket. Walk over to the sink. Make sure you have the drain traps in. Sometimes they're covered in paint because we also use this room for painting. You see this one's covered in paint. Just make sure those traps are in. Pour out your clay water very slowly. The clay will settle towards the bottom of the bucket. Most of this should be fairly clean water. And there's a little bit of clay left in there. I'm going to leave a little water in there too. Slush it around. Bring it over here to my recyclables. This wet bucket here. And dump it in. And you can just wipe the remaining of that out with a sponge and water in the sink. And dry it and put it back. So, quick rinse. Let it sit there for a little bit. You can dry it, wash and dry your hands, and then you can just grab some paper towel and wipe it down. It doesn't have to be super dry. Just make sure it's clean for the next person and ready to go. And then you can put it back by the rest of the buckets.